Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Jennifer Strickland, and I am one of the 2 administrators at the College of the North Atlantic Gander campus, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's graduation. I now ask everyone to stand for the procession of the graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present the Gander campus graduating class of 2023. I now ask everyone to stand for the singing of Ode to Newfoundland. You can now seat. Proceed. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the land in which we are holding our graduation ceremony. Today we are gathering from many communities throughout Newfoundland and Labrador. Our members from the island are working from the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk people, and our participants from Labrador are from the lands of the original peoples of Labrador, the Innu and the Inuit. We offer our respects to all Indigenous cultures and recognize their continued connection to the land. Graduates, family members, friends, and special college, government, and community and industry guests, on behalf of our faculty and staff, I would like to welcome you officially to the College of the North Atlantic's 2023 graduation ceremony for Gander campus. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our special guests. From the College of the North Atlantic, we have our President and CEO, Elizabeth Kidd. We also have the Honorable Dr. John Hagee, who is Minister of Municipal and Provincial Affairs and Registrar General and MHA for the District of Gander. We also have Fergus O'Brien, Associate Vice President of Campus Operations. We have Lori Chalk, the Associate Dean for Early Childhood Education, who is representing the School of Academics, Applied Arts and Tourism. We have Marty Bador, the Associate Dean of Program Development and Quality Assurance, who is representing the School of Engineering of Natural Resources and Industrial Trades. We have from the campus Neil Burt, who's Quality Assurance Coordinator for Aviation Programs, and a special guest are Carol Kaboka Omarero, our valedictorian for the class of 2023. All the other men and women on stage are faculty members from various programs offered at Gander campus. I thank them all very much for being here to celebrate such a momentous occasions with our students. Our faculty and staff members have supported our students throughout their time with us. And they are here today to demonstrate their pride and continued support by welcoming them into a shared network. Getting an education isn't just about attaining professional competencies, which you're getting today. It's about the personal experiences and growth you've earned along that way. The day you chose to start your education at CNA, you not only chose a program of study or a career, you chose a path that you help you shape you in your life's journey. You should all reflect about your experiences and take pride in the choice that you made, the personal, professional growth you attained, and the success you've earned. It's a significant step in your life's journey. Graduates, as you go forward, please know that all of us at Gander campus are proud to have been part of your journey, and we wish you great success on the path ahead. I now call upon Dr. John Hagee, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Provincial Affairs and Registrar General, to bring greetings on behalf of the Minister of Education for the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Good afternoon, graduates. Thank you for the invitation, distinguished guests on the platform here. Today is your day. It's a day that, as Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, we're not terribly good at celebrating and recognizing the things that we do well. But you have done well. You have made an effort, a lot of hard work, and you've got yourself here today where you're going to come up and you get a certificate, a piece of paper that says you're ready for the next step. That is a testament to your hard work. It's a recognition of what you've done, and this event is part of a celebration. It's ironic, really, in this province that we don't celebrate things that we do well as readily. I mean, every shed is a party waiting to happen, and every campfire is an endurance test between whether the wood lasts longest or the lambs. And yet we don't do the celebration in the way we should. For people like yourselves who made an enormous effort, some of you on your own, some of you a long way from home, others a bit nearer home and with the support of families, which is always very helpful. But also from the point of view of the college. It is a sad fact that, I'm going to mangle this quote, that a prophet is not recognized in their home country. And when people think of institutional education and training facilities and the like across the globe, the first thing they'll often think of in the context of Canada is the College of the North Atlantic. From Thailand, from Vietnam, from the United Arab Emirates, from Holland, first off the lips is College of the North Atlantic. And it's there because it's earned. So, very recently the college beat out all the named colleges in Canada, Sheridan, Niagara, to win a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract to provide educational services to an entire country in the Far East. And yet, it's not recognized as readily in this province as it should be. So not only is that piece of paper in your pocket after today a testament to your achievement, it is a testament to the fact you did it at, I would argue, the best college in the Northern Hemisphere. So you're doubly proud. So you can go out and sing your praises, but also be proud of where you got it. So celebrate whatever your tradition determines. If it's a shed you're looking for, you'll find plenty, or two. But remember now, stay safe. You are your own risk managers. That goes with that piece of paper. You make the decisions, but you live with the consequence. You can't claim you're not educated. Stay safe. Well done. Go have fun.
Thank you, Dr. Hagee. I'll now call upon the College of the North Atlantic President and CEO, Elizabeth Kidd, to bring greetings.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, and thank you very much, Minister Hagee. Last week he was the Minister of Education. This week he's not. Bit of a dilemma here. I mean, as we were joking around backstage, we had a divorce and now we're moving on, but I really appreciate your words today, Minister Hagee. I think you really summed it up. It's not just the piece of paper that you need to be proud of. You need to be proud of the institution that you're graduating from. I want to, first of all, thank everybody here. I mean, I think it's a tremendous amount of work that goes into this process. You guys just think we just sort of come out and everything's just happening, but it's actually very orchestrated. So I want a big thank you to everyone. I want to welcome everybody. I want to, first of all, start by welcoming all of the parents and life partners, family, friends. There's probably some friends overseas that we're waving to who may be watching this online. So really a big welcome to everybody. They've probably been your biggest supporters during your journey here at CNA, and you can thank them later, and they're probably saying, yay, they're off the payroll and finally out and on their own. So really a big welcome to parents and friends and family. Most importantly, I want to welcome these folks here. And if there are any others, because I see a few here out here, your instructors, the administrators, the staff at CNA Gander, who have been your lifeline, your supports, your teachers, your helpers, your guidance counselors, your everything during these this last year or last couple of years for many of you. So really a big thank you to them and a big welcome to them for being here, because this is a really big day for us. When we're up here and they're up there and we're actually watching graduation and going through the motions of graduation, it's a really big day for us because this is why we do what we do. But most importantly, I want a big hello and congratulations to the graduating class. Really, way to go, guys. And your life is now before you, and what you do with that, as Minister Hagee said, you are the managers now, so you get to decide where you head to. sort of been reflecting and took this time to reflect on sort of what was I going to say to you today. And I reflected on my own graduation back in 1991. Yes, before you were born. You know, it was a snowy day in May. I graduated, sat in the very seats that you're sitting, not necessarily that particular seat. I graduated from St. Evangel. I wore my gown, the polyester hotness of it, same gown as, you know, 1991. They haven't changed the model. And wore my stole and sat there. And so I started to reflect, what did I remember? What do I remember about that day? I remember very, very clearly that one of my classmates decided it was a really good idea to wear absolutely nothing under his gown. I'm going to reflect back to the fact that it was a snowy, cold, windy day, and that we had to line up outside. I leave the rest to your imaginations. It was possibly not one of his brightest ideas. I remember that my parents and my brother and sister were there, so I went to school, I went to St. Evangel in Nova Scotia, and I'm born and raised in Montreal. My parents and family flew in for graduation, so I had my support network, like many of you do here today, and they were there to celebrate the moment. I remember saying to myself, finally. Sitting there, I was saying, finally, finally, I get to move on with my life. Finally, no more school. That one, I was sadly mistaken. I was really wrong on that journey. There was a lot more school after sitting in that seat. So just giving you a heads up that it's not the end. I do remember, and as Minister Haggie alluded to, I do remember the very big party and large hangover the next day. So I do want to make sure that you do this responsibly and do enjoy your celebration, but try and keep it reasonable. But the interesting part is I have absolutely zero, nothing, nada, recollection of who stood up here and spoke to me. Not a clue. I know the president spoke. All presidents speak. But I had no idea what they spoke about. So you can kind of understand my sort of dilemma as I stand up here. I have no idea what you're going to take away from my speech. So I'm sort of sitting here as I was writing this many, many months ago, wondering what I was going to talk to you about. So, not a great feeling. I can actually say screw it, and or shag it in good Newfoundland, and say, you know, I can read the speech that was prepared for me, and I'm sure that Jennifer has a copy of it, and she's probably sitting there going, this isn't what they said that you were going to say, and it isn't. I could read that one. Or I could sort of, you know, make a choice. How am I going to spend my next 5 to 10 minutes? So who believes, and I'm really focusing on the graduates, and I have a tendency of moving, so I do apologize. Who believes that life is just a series of choices? And you can't just sit there and see, you have to actually participate. Yes, no, maybe? It's not a series of choices. Okay, good answer. We'll see where this goes. And I got a yes over here, and the rest of them are sort of pondering where life is actually going to begin with. That's good. Do you think choices fall into 2 categories? You know, there's good choices and bad choices. And I'm sure, I know I did, so I can speak from personal experience, that your parents, most likely, have said to you, oh, that's a really, really bad choice you've just made, or they may have said, that's a really good choice. I did hear the bad choice ones a few times. But are these actually true statements? Are choices actually good, and are choices actually bad? Or do they simply represent the life experience you are about to have? So it's a pretty deep question for a Tuesday afternoon, and you might be wishing that I actually read the speech that Jennifer has in her hand. So every day we make subconscious choices, and we make choices that we actually weigh out. So our lives are a series of choices. From the instant you wake up in the morning to the moment you nod off to sleep, you make countless decisions. One of them is to even get up out of bed. Sometimes that's a conscious decision, and sometimes it's just a natural thing that we do. But it always directs, our choices simply direct where we're going and what's going to happen to us. So is there such a thing as a right decision? Oftentimes we say to ourselves, we want to make the right choice, we want to make the right decision. This statement assumes there is only one right way to do something, and that there are many, 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 many wrong ways. This is not true. Let's take an example. Path number 1 leads to the beach. Beautiful beach, sunny day. Yes, there will be sun at some point. I'm thinking maybe later on this week. But, you know, beautiful, gorgeous beach. Path number 2 leads to the mountains. Picturesque mountains, beautiful trees, snow caps. Which path is the right path? The answer is, it depends. It depends entirely on where you want to go. Each path will have its pros and cons. If you go to the beach, you might get sunburnt, there's sand, the bathing suit might not be comfortable, you know, all of those factors. The mountains, the mosquitoes, the cold, you're not dressed properly. There's pros and cons to everywhere we go. One is not inherently better than the other. If you walk either path, you will have your own experience. You won't have more life walking the path in the mountains, and you won't have less life walking the path on the beach. Either will fully constitute your life and your experience. It will just simply be different. You cannot control the outcomes, but the power that you do have is the power you have is over the decisions you make and how you will act and react to different situations that present themselves to you. Wrong decisions, as we like to call them, wrong decisions, are always based on hindsight. So how many times have you said to yourselves, you've gone to a restaurant, you're with a friend, you order the hamburger, your friend orders the stir fry. When everything comes out, you see your hamburger, and you look over and you see Jennifer's stir fry, and Jennifer's stir fry looks absolutely amazing, and you say to yourself, I should have ordered the stir fry. That's called hindsight. It's not that you made a wrong decision. You consider it a wrong decision. You know, you say to yourself, I should have chosen the burger. But the beauty of life is that we're not stuck on the same path forever. So if you did not like the burger that you chose, then the next time you have the ability to make another choice. Maybe you'll order the stir fry. So you made choices that led yourself here today, to graduation day. You chose to come to CNA, and we're very grateful for that. You chose your program of study. You were probably excited about the choices when you made them. You worked hard, made sacrifices. You made choices along the way. Should I go out drinking tonight, or should I study for my exam tomorrow? You can't tell me not one of you made that choice. Twice? Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you may have even questioned your choices along your journey. This is too hard. Why am I doing this? But you continued and you persevered. A good choice does not mean you will not have struggles and challenges. You will need to choose how you act and react to the situations you are presented. For example, there's a pot of gold way down at the end of a large pond. You don't know how to swim, and that's the only way to get there. You have some choices to make. Are you going to jump in the pond, knowing you can't swim, and hope for the best? Possibly. You might decide to do that. He would. You might say forget it and not try at all, and not try to go to the pot of gold and find another path. Or you might learn how to swim to the end of the pond. It may take everything you have to get there. At some point, you might even think of giving up, but you persevere and make it to the end where the pot of gold awaits you. You feel accomplished and satisfied, And while enjoying that moment of accomplishment, you all of a sudden realize you have another choice to make. What are you going to do with that pot of gold? Which path are you going to take? So now you are graduating. You have your pot of gold, or you're about to have your pot of gold. They're sitting right over there. What is next on your journey? What I do hope you take away from here today, aside from my classmate who wore nothing under his gown, is that you choose to embrace life and the choices that lie ahead of you. You take risks. You don't sit on the sidelines and watch life pass you by because you are afraid to make a decision. All choices aren't easy. Life is hard, and you may have to learn how to swim in order to get what you want. A wrong turn could get you lost, or could also be an opportunity for a new adventure and open new roads. It is all a matter of perspective. Again, the power you have over the decisions you make is how you will act and react to different situations. Embrace your choices and learn from them. Your current situation is not your final destination. Your path will change with every life experience you have. If you don't like the path you are on, choose another one. Have fun and embrace what lies ahead of you, no matter if it is the mountain path or the path to the beach. Enjoy each experience and what it has to offer you. Choose how you react to different situations. On behalf of College of the North Atlantic, I want to wish you a wonderful life journey full of experiences that I hope you choose to embrace. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd ask Elizabeth Kidd to remain on center stage, or to be on center stage, so that we present the graduating class members of 2023 their diplomas. Each scroll the graduate will receive will have an alumni pin. We will acknowledge the Honor Society members as they walk across the stage. And please note that the students will be called in alphabetical order as they appear in the graduation ceremony program. And we ask that you hold all applause until the graduate list for each program is completed.
So just one thing, graduates. If you get up here and you do not want to shake my hand for whatever reason, just like that. Parents, I think there's a good angle. I don't know which way they're coming, but please come and take your pictures. We will pause. We will do whatever you want. I've done some very interesting things during the last graduations I've done, so it's a challenge. But yeah, please come and take pictures.
We call upon the graduates from the School of Business and Information Technology. We will begin with the graduates for the Executive Office Management Program. Thank you. Nadine Hicks. Jasmine Ings. Oh. Sorry. Thank you. Caitlin Paddock. Sonu Sharma. Bikaran Singh. Ravneet Singh. Harinder Singh. Sukhmandeep Singh. Thank you. Jasonpreet Singh. Thank you. Sanveer Singh Man. Gurmat Kaur. Jaspreet Kaur. Thank you. Priya Priya. How are you? Good. How are you? Good. Prabjot Kaur. Navneet Kaur. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduates of the Executive Office Management Program. We now call upon the graduates of the Medical Office Management Program. Thank you. Chelsea Vivian. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduate of the Medical Office Management Program. We now call upon the students, the graduates, of the School of Natural Resources and Industrial Trades, and we begin with the Aircraft Maintenance and Engineering Technology Program. Thank you. Joseph Arsenault. Matthew Brown. Kimberly Burt. Colby J. Carter. Brandon Christopher. Michael Coxon. David Davies. David is also a member of the Honor Society. William Earl. William is also a member of the Honor Society. David Green. Thank you. Trey Han. Ethan Harvey. Carson Hilliard. Jacob Keats. Ryan Lacey. Zachary Newman. Brandon Parsons. Xavier Powell. Michael Rose. Noah Rousel. Ben Spracklin. Gerald Stange. Isaac Wolfrey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduates of the Aircraft Maintenance and Engineering Technology program. We now call upon the graduates of the Aircraft Structural Repair Technician program. Sarah Clark, and Sarah is also a member of the Honor Society. Thank you. Is that spelled right? Yeah. Carol Kamboka O'Mororo. Carol is also a member of the Honor Society. Ralph Pontelis. Mark Small. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduates of the Aircraft Structural Repair Technician Program. We now call upon the graduates for the Automotive Service Technician Program. Alex Glover. Alex is also a member of the Honor Society. Nikita McGrath. Brian Quinlan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduates of the Automotive Service Technician Program. We now call upon the graduates for the Hairstylist Program. Cass Gill. Cass is a member of the Honor Society. Thank you. Carly Gillingham. Wanda Lee Johnson. Alyssa Mitchell. Alyssa is a member of the Honor Society. Charity Nippert. Courtney Russell. Courtney is also a member of the Honor Society. Kendra Seymour. Kendra is a member of the Honor Society. Yeah. Haley Walsh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate the graduates of the hairstylist program. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2023, let's give them all a round of applause. You will note in your programs that there are a number of graduates who are unable to be with us today. In some cases, it's because they're already moved on and working. Regardless of the reason, we would like to acknowledge the hard work of the graduates and absentee as well. Next, we will begin with the presentation of the President's Medal of Excellence. We will have Elizabeth Kidd to come to the stage and present the medals. As I call the students' names, please come to the stage to collect your award. And the first winner is David Davies. Carol Kamboka Omororo. Alex Glover. Sukhmandeep Singh. Kendra Seymour. So next we have the presentation of the Governor General Award. I'd ask Elizabeth to again present this award on behalf of the Gander campus. The Governor General's Academic Awards, established in 1873, recognizes the students who have achieved the highest academic average. On behalf of the Governor General of Canada, I am pleased to present this prestigious award to David Davies. It is now time for our valedictorian address. This year's valedictorian is a graduate from our aircraft structural repair program and has demonstrated a high level of dedication throughout her time with us. She's been actively involved in student activities on campus, including serving as president of the Student Representative Council, and she is also the student representative on the college board. She has been front and center in all activities involving charity and fundraising on campus. She is also this year's winner of the CNA High Five Bursary. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian of class of 2023, Kara Kamoka Olmararo.
Thank you, Jennifer, for that introduction. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our distinguished and honorable guests, graduating class of 2023, good afternoon. I'm going to start by being forthright with everybody here today. As much as I'm not surprised to be up here, because I did get interviewed for this role, I cannot say with certainty that it was expected. When introducing myself at the interview for this role, I made it clear I was not sure what the role entailed. I was clueless, honored, but absolutely clueless. In my experience, not the best way to land yourself any job, let alone an important one as the one I am about to do. I know, but here we are. Other than Karen, Lee, and Scott, who interviewed me for the valedictorian role, there are so many other people that we should be thankful to and for where we are right now. The lovely ladies in admin, Colleen and Diane, who are always on the PA and manage to butcher my name every time, but I still love you, Diane. Our very able and capable SDO, who, be it Monday mornings or Friday afternoons, still manages to walk with a little bounce to his step throughout the week, Scott. Our librarian, Karen, who most of you didn't know up until you had to get your grad pics taken. Jennifer, Jeff, Neil, and David, who some of us only got to see when we were in trouble. And last, and definitely not the least, our former SDO, Selena, and the lovely ladies at the lunch ladies, Trudy and Lori in absentia. You have all been part of this journey that we walked on for the past year or two. And it is for this reason that we should all remember that in one way or another, we have all been supported in our various journeys, which is why we need to turn around and support others too. This helps them overcome the delusion of a self-made person now and in the future. On a personal level, and as an international student who came here knowing absolutely nobody, I have so many more people that I would like to thank and without whom this honor may not have been mine. Jeff and his mother, Winnie Wells, have been the family that I never expected to have all the way across the globe. My awesome co-workers at the Newfoundland Tea Company, Nicole, Trudy, and Elizabeth, who are here today with us and representing the rest of the crew at the restaurant. My family back in Kenya, who have walked with me since I began dreaming of becoming an aircraft structural engineer. My parents, and especially my mom, who was, we call it ululating, you guys might not know that, but she's right there with a pretty pink cat. And who, even after 10 months of hearing me say it, I am still coaching to pronounce the word Newfoundland. Yeah, it apparently is not as easy as you guys think. It's either Newfoundland for them or New Finland, and yeah, it's just, anyway. I also appreciate my siblings, Anna, Naomi, Boy and Dolly, they don't like being called that, but I still call them, who also struggle with the pronunciation of the word, but more so who also are still accompanying me on this journey and threatened me if I didn't mention their names in my speech. Thank you. So the guys who started their courses in 2021 started off behind screens. I can only imagine how that went for most of the instructors here. You think asking teenagers to participate is a challenge? college students take it to the next level. Then this part of the year started off with half our faces covered up, not knowing classmates' faces and walking down hallways, giving each other that awkward affirmation, you know, the head tilt with a nod, and not knowing if they're sneering, smiling, or sticking their tongues out at you behind the mask. Then the mask mandate was lifted, and it was a situation identical to when Clark Kent ducked into an alley and came out with the blue and red spandex and a strand of hair over his forehead. And guys were completely unrecognizable. All of a sudden, you're walking into class, and it looks like there are students setting up the smartboards for lesson. Melissa, Lee, and Wilson, Gillian Doyle, you know yourselves. Those, by the way, are instructors, not students. And okay, in our defense, or in my defense anyway, there for sure is a fountain of youth hidden away somewhere on Gander campus, because the instructors don't look their ages, and those who do look their ages don't act it. There's always a temptation to be behind masks. And just so you know, I didn't mention the particular instructor. He's here, and he still threatens me with my grades, so I'm not going to say, Dave, you know yourself, I'm not going to say your name. There's always a temptation to be behind masks in college and beyond, but this limits us from the beauty and potential that truly exists within and around us. Like, who would have known how much younger the instructors look and act, or how student X or Y does A, B, and C? Masks and screens will always exist, and we can learn, looking back, that when we get behind them and the temptation to hide behind them, we can miss out on new world possibilities that exist and is open to us. Getting to Newfoundland and into CNA in September was definitely an interesting experience, to say the least. For one thing, it had been brought to my attention that speaking English was mandatory for any and all students attending CNA. Now imagine my surprise when I found out that a majority of Ganderites don't speak English, but a language unknown to me called Newfie. So here I am in September, thinking I spoke fluent English and not being understood or understanding. Sometimes it felt like I was speaking better English than the British guy in the second year class. Hey, Zach. But yeah, now I'm corrupted. Now I speak fluent Newfie, and I'm always in a state, not sure which one it is, and the weather here has got me drove. So maybe it's less of fluent and more of intermediate, but there's always room for improvement, right? I can imagine how many more lands are waiting to be found out there. There may be lands of relationships, careers, engineering, or physical land. They are punctuated with one word: possibilities. And when we look at that, we can learn the language, because language is the dress of ideas, and ideas change the world. I would like to acknowledge just how far we have all come since the beginning of our courses. I'm sure the number of people graduating in each class is different from the one that registered at the beginning. Case in point, my very own class started off the year with a full class of 10, and now we are a full class of 3. Oh wait, maybe it's 4, because Ralph is not with us, but yeah, you get the point. When I started off the year in January of 2022, being where I am right now was a near impossible dream. I had already made my application for this course, and it was gonna be my 3rd and final attempt. So by the time August came around and I finally got my visa, 2 weeks before needing to report to my first class, I had a ton of mixed feelings about boarding that flight to find new land in the name of further studies. And what people don't know is just how much further away Canada is, let alone Newfoundland is. The point being that you gotta keep growing. The only thing that should stop your growth is your grave. When you are 6 feet under and have no access to sunlight, that's when you stop. Otherwise, you have no excuse, no reason not to expand and grow. We cannot stop challenging ourselves. We cannot stop trying to be better professionals and human beings. So let us stop looking on the outside and start looking on the in. The only person in this world you should compare and compete with is the you of yesterday. The only way to beat him or her is for you to do everything you can in the best way that you can do it today. Nothing in this life is guaranteed, and we should never feel entitled to anything we did not sweat for. But at the very least, even without the guarantee, if you put your all into it, you will never regret it. Now, for the most important part of my speech, I would like for us to applaud the graduating class of 2023. And we are going to do the thunderclapping in the way that was taught in the mandatory course, communication course that we had in one of the courses during the year. Now, if you missed that class for whatever reason, I'm sorry, your road ends here. You are unfortunately disqualified from graduating today. You will need to come back next year and take the course to be qualified for graduation. So please hand your certificates and in a single file, walk through that door on my right, and that includes you, Miss Kidd. I'm not sure. You might as well lead the way. I'm kidding, guys. Geez, I'm not going to kick out the president and CEO of the college. My goodness, I'm mad. I'm not mental. But everybody else, though, to the right, please. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So, for the sake of all of you who missed that communications course, we are going to stand up. We're going to stand up, stand up, stand up. And I'm going to teach you how to do the thunderclapping, okay? So, this is something that we have to do with a bit of energy, so put down your scrolls and your whatever is in your hands, your phones, whatever. And I'm sure there's a few of us who were here when this was being taught, so just lead the way for us. So we are gonna, I think we've at least experienced thunderstorms. I hope we have experienced thunderstorms or know what they are like. So thunderstorms normally don't just start. It starts with a little bit of a drizzle, right? Starts with a little bit of a drizzle, and then, the rain starts, coming in down, before it comes down, and then we hear the thunder and the lightning, right? So when I say thunder, we go thunder, right? After we get through the torrential rain, we go thunder, 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 okay? Yeah, so we'll start with the drizzle. Start with the drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle, rain, rain, torrents, 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 thunder, thunder, thunder. There you go. Congratulations to the graduating class.
Thank you, Carol. Great as always. I'll ask Carol to stand up again, and because Mr. Neal is going to give you a gift of gratitude for your speech today. I don't know, man. That sounds against policy or something. And now for the final part, I'll ask everyone to stand for the singing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to again congratulate the graduates for their achievement. You've earned it. Now go forward and make us proud. Before we leave, I do want to give some thank yous, especially to the Gander Campus Graduation Committee members, Karen Petzold, Scott Penny, Lee Seymour, Melissa Barton, Cara O'Morero, and Diane Snow for their time and effort in planning the special event. An additional thank you to Colleen Harris, Tyler Stride, Linda Purchase, and the Transportation Infrastructure for their assistance with the graduation and the awards ceremony that's coming up. I'd also extend a huge thank you to Miss Tina Stride for her musical accompaniment, Roger Stevie for the live streaming for this event, and Justin Heath, and the staff here at the Evangel Pentecostal Church for their assistance in setting up today. I'd also like to thank GLA Audio and Peyton's Flowers for providing decorations and flowers. And finally, a special thank you to faculty and staff members who have diligently helped us prepare our students for this special occasion. Without you, the graduates would not be where they are today. And I'd like to invite everyone here to come back to Gander campus for a reception, as well as an awards presentation that will acknowledge the excellent performance by some of our outstanding students. We hope to get started around 2:30. You're welcome to check out our shops and classrooms for friends, where your friends and family have spent their time over the last year or two. Jean's Catering will be providing food and refreshments. Thus ends the formal part of the graduation. I'll ask the audience to remain seated as we perform the recession of the graduates, followed by recessions of the stage guest. When the music begins, the graduates will leave through either aisle, through the back, followed by the stage guest. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of this wonderful day.
have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Mad Canada.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports